And now, it's time for your Low Country Real Estate Market Update. It's the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show. Brian is one of the top 1% real estate agents in Charleston. Here's your host, Brian Beatty.
Good morning, Charleston, and welcome to another edition of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show here on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com. Today, we are talking about something that I think a lot of you, myself included, find a little creepy, a little Big Brother-ish. And we're going to talk about AI. We're going to talk about the advancements in technology and how we can leverage that to really boost the marketing of your specific home to a specific group of people with the right message at the right time to increase the likelihood that we sell your home for the most money possible, right? There are things we can do on the buyer side as well when we're representing buyers, but that's really what I want to focus the majority of the show on today is how most real estate agents marketing, frankly, has not advanced to the degree that it can, given all of the options that are out there and all the data that's collected on us and just all that stuff, right? So we're going to dig really deep into that today, and we're going to talk about really what today's modern agent's marketing plan should look like for your home, or at least what the capabilities of that marketing plan can do. So, if you guys are thinking of selling your house, first, let me just say that, my gosh, for some reason, it seems like the floodgates have opened, and I can kind of tell you why. It's because interest rates have fallen down, and our lenders are now approving people in the high 6% range, low 7% range. We're kind of past the 8% range. Some borrowers are still going to get that based on certain factors. But we've had a nice little break in interest rates, and so it's kind of busted open the floodgates. We have had a ton of people reach out to us that want to buy and or sell, and a lot of those listings are already on the market. They're already under contract. I mean, we had a group of 2 properties hit the market this week that in the first 48 hours between the 2 of them had almost 3 dozen showings. So there's plenty of activity out there. And like I was saying in my last show, don't think you have to wait until the spring to list your home for sale. The reality is inventory is still low in our market. Demand is still high in our market. It's not as high as it was, and the inventory isn't as low as it was, right? We aren't working with the extremes that we were working with of 2021 and the beginning portion of 2022, but it's still a very active, very vibrant market. And despite what people might read or listen to or watch, I think our market is going to be, frankly, just fine. I mean, you've got some publications that are calling for and economists that are stating we're going to see a little bit of a price reduction next year, right? Values are going to fall a little bit. And those projections are nothing catastrophic. I mean, we're talking like a percentage point or 2 or maybe 3. Of course, you're going to have doom and gloomers in any situation. And I would say that I am more bearish than bullish myself just because of the fact that, look, I got licensed when I was right out of college. And this was 2006 that I got licensed. The market crashed in 2008. So here I am, a 24, 25-year-old at the top of the market among other real estate agents, top 1%, helping a ton of people out of very bad financial situations, short sales, and helping them avoid foreclosure, literally allowing them to sell their home and walk away and not owe the bank or anyone anything. We did it well over 100 times. We were one of the most experienced agents and still are the most experienced agents in the market as it relates to things like distress sales. And that's really how I kind of got to the top of the market here and have stayed there ever since. But we've had a nice little break in interest rates. Things are busy, which is welcome. It's been a tough year, I think, for a lot of real estate agents, and us included. We're used to doing 100, 150, 200-ish deals a year. We're going to be under 100 this year. And that's part of it is just the fact that, look, we've nationally we are about 3 million units behind the pace that we were in like 2021. So it's just, the market's a little slower. A lot of people are very happy with the home that they have now and the interest rate that they have now. So there's just not a lot of demand to move. But I want to get into this discussion this morning about marketing properties because there's a big difference, right, between agents promoting themselves and agents promoting your property in an effort to find the right buyer or buyers that will fight over your home. And so we're going to dig really deep into this, but I'll tell you, if you are thinking of selling your home, if you want to buy a home, if you want to invest in real estate, maybe you own an investment property now and you'd like for us to manage it for you, we've got all different kinds of incentives. I have mentioned them time and time again on this program. If you buy and sell with us, we'll move you for free. We've got different commission options, whether you're budget conscious or you want, the top of the line red carpet treatment, everything in between. Reach out to us. We'd love to earn your business or at least help. The number is 843-800-0065, 843-800-0065, or you can check us out online. listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. So let's get into this. All right. First, let me just say this, because I have these conversations all the time with folks, right? We go and we sit down with them and we talk about the process of selling their home. What should they expect from a process perspective, right? What sort of behaviors are we more than likely going to deal with on the buyer side of the equation, right? How are buyers behaving right now is an important thing to discuss. Of course, we talk about pricing, we talk about condition, we talk about improvements if necessary, or repairs rather if necessary. And of course, we talk about marketing. And here's what I like to help folks understand as it relates to marketing. There are a lot of different options out there in terms of the type of agent you choose, okay? You've got some agents that are fantastic at relationships, right? The vast majority of their business comes from referrals and from people that they know or people that know them, that refer them, and so on and so forth. And that's great. And that's a very low cost approach to running a business. And to an extent, it's scalable. But as it relates to finding a buyer for your house who could be moving here from anywhere, it's not a great strategy, right? They're just popular. Let's just call it like it is. You've got people that aren't great so much at the relationship. They're really more of like a workhorse. They're going to pound the phones. They're going to do a bunch of cold calling. That's frankly how I built my business. Look, I graduated college and started selling real estate. I didn't have a bunch of friends and a network professionally of folks that wanted to buy and sell real estate. I had to grind my way through the first year and then again, and then the market crashed. And anyways, the problem that a lot of agents have with marketing, and of course, the problem that then gets transferred over to you, the seller, is that marketing for agents is very much so a kind of like a set it and forget it approach to selling your house. In other words, to be more specific, they'll put the property in the MLS, right? You can only get it in the MLS if you're working through a real estate agent because only agents have access to the MLS. I know a lot of sites out there say search the MLS, and it's a little confusing. There's only one MLS, multiple listing service, and it's for real estate agents only. That information, once entered by a real estate agent, then gets syndicated to every single brokerage's website, every single real estate agent's website, Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Redfin, so on and so forth, you name it. There's essentially the MLS that then goes to a syndication service that then pushes this out to thousands and thousands of websites. And so what a lot of agents will do is they say, well, look at all the people that are searching for homes like yours on this site. And, how many monthly visitors are on this site and so on and so forth. And the reality is they have zero control over the consumer's behavior as it relates to going to these sites or not. There is no targeting associated with syndicating your listing to one of these websites. People are either going to go there or they're not going to go there. So there's no control that agent has over the audience that your home is being put in front of, okay? But the information's out there. Now, a lot of these websites have realized that, hey, there's a huge amount of money to be made by marketing these properties because agents haven't figured it out yet, or our association or the National Association of Realtors hasn't provided agents with a tool to effectively combat what these companies have figured out, which is that, hey, if we can do like Zillow as an example, if we can do a really good job of providing people with information, they're going to come to us first. And if the real estate agents want the leads that are being generated from our website, well, they're going to have to pay for them. And guess what? Zillow leads are expensive. So you want to know how expensive? And I'm going to tell you truthfully, it's about $1,000 a lead. Someone calls me off Zillow, it costs me about $1,000 every time. It's pretty crazy, right? Now, of course, there are other leads out there that cost $3, leads that you can get for free, whatever. The point is, a lot of agents, even though those listings are on those websites, they're not getting the leads or they're not getting in contact with the buyers that are calling them or trying to reach the listing agent about the property they're interested in. The company that's promoting it, the website that's promoting it, Zillow, whatever, they're taking control and they're pushing those leads out to the people that are willing to pay the most for it. So already as a seller, you are in a tough spot because now buyers are having conversations with agents that know nothing about your house. And that's frankly just the tip of the iceberg. I've got a lot of this kind of information to share with you today. I think it's going to be pretty interesting, so stick around. This is the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show right here on the Big Talker 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com. And remember, if you want to reach out to me, you have questions about, what we do, our marketing, we've sold, almost 1,500 homes here locally in Charleston. We'd love to earn your business. And if you call or text me, it's going to come to me directly and me only. So please understand, too, that this will be a private conversation. My number is 843-800-0065. That's 843-800-0065. Or check us out online at listingsincharleston.com. And don't forget, we've got a podcast. We've got, 800 plus videos on YouTube. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that great stuff. So if you just search the Brian Beatty team, you'll find that content. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show. Have a real estate question? Ask Brian Beatty. Contact Brian Beatty online at listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. Or call him at 843-888-0065. That's 843-888-0065.